my mom's boyfriend cheating, I thought she'd thank me. Instead, she believed his lies over me, and I was forced to apologize. I didn't lose my mom the day my parents divorced. I lost her the day she chose him over me. After the divorce, it was just the two of us. Quiet nights, takeout on Fridays, falling asleep during movies on the couch. It wasn't perfect, but it was ours. Then she met him. At first, he was everything she said she deserved. Charming, patient, always bringing flowers, always complimenting her like he was auditioning for the role of perfect boyfriend. I tried to like him. I really did. But when she wasn't around, something shifted. The smiles dropped, the warmth disappeared. He'd look at me like I was temporary, like I was in the way. Little comments started slipping out. You're pretty protective of your mom. You know she deserves to be happy, right? You're not the man of the house anymore. The way he said that last one felt like a challenge, like we were competing. Then one afternoon I came home early. His car was in the driveway. My mom was still at work. The house was too quiet. And then I heard it. A woman laughing upstairs. Not my mom's voice. Not even close. My heart started pounding as I walked up the stairs. The bedroom door was slightly open. I saw enough. Her shoes by the bed, his hand on her waist. I didn't scream. I didn't confront him. I just walked back downstairs and waited for my mom to come home. But he got to her first. Pulled her into the kitchen the second she walked in. They whispered for 5 minutes. When she came back out, she wasn't confused. She was angry. At me. He told her I'd been acting out, that I resented him, that I made up a story about another woman because I wanted him gone. He weaponized the divorce, said I was struggling more than I admitted. I tried to explain what I saw, the laugh, the door, the shoes. But she looked at me like I was jealous, like I was trying to sabotage her happiness. And then she said the one thing I never expected. You need to apologize to him. I felt like the air left my lungs. He stood behind her with his arms crossed, silent, almost satisfied. And because I was terrified of losing my mom completely, I did it. I apologized to the man I watched cheat on her. And that's when I realized something. He didn't just lie. He planned it. He made sure she would believe him first. And in that moment, I understood. I wasn't just fighting for my mom anymore. I was fighting someone who wanted me out of the picture. After that night, the house felt different. Not loud, not explosive, just heavy. My mom stopped looking at me the same way. Conversations became short and careful, like she didn't know whether to believe me or the version of me he created. And he didn't even bother pretending around me anymore. Little smirks when she wasn't looking. Quiet comments like, "You should really work on your imagination." He knew I had no proof, and that made him comfortable. For weeks, I stayed quiet, avoided arguments, avoided eye contact, avoided trying to convince her again because I couldn't handle being called jealous twice. Then one night, everything shifted. I was downstairs doing homework, my mom asleep on the couch, his phone charging on the kitchen counter, and it lit up. A name I didn't recognize, a message preview that made my stomach drop. Last night was fun. When is she working again? My hands started shaking as I picked up the phone. There weren't just a few messages. There were dozens. Plans, times, photos, details. It wasn't a mistake. It wasn't a misunderstanding. It was a pattern. For a second, I just stood there staring at the proof I had begged for weeks ago. I didn't wake her right away. I waited until morning. I placed his phone in front of her while he was in the shower and said quietly, "I wasn't lying." She scrolled slowly, her face draining of color with every message. At first, she tried to rationalize it, tried to find another explanation, but there wasn't one. When he walked out and saw her holding his phone, I saw something I hadn't seen before. Fear. He tried to talk fast, tried to twist it, tried to say it wasn't what it looked like. But this time, she wasn't looking at me like I was the problem. She was looking at him. And something inside her finally broke. He left that day. No dramatic movie scene, just a slammed door and silence that felt louder than any argument. Later that night, she came into my room and sat on the edge of my bed like she used to when I was younger. She said she was sorry, said she should have trusted me, that she let her fear of being alone blind her. I listened, but something in me had already shifted. It wasn't about being right anymore. It was about the fact that when it mattered most, she chose his word over mine. A week later, I packed a bag. Not out of anger, not out of revenge, but because the house didn't feel safe anymore. I moved in with my dad. She called, texted, tried to fix it, said we could rebuild, and maybe one day we will. But trust doesn't repair itself just because someone says sorry. Sometimes the real damage isn't the cheating. It's the moment your parent doesn't believe you. So tell me, would you have stayed? Or was leaving the only way to protect myself?